And now, All the Dirt, gardening tips and advice, sponsored by Farm Credit and the Turf and Gardening Store.
Welcome back. We're back into All the Dirt. And again, we're going to be talking about all of the, now, I've been calling these bugs, technically, they're actually insects. Thomas Kuhar is joining us. He's in the Department of Entomology at Virginia Tech. And we talked previously in another episode about the Japanese beetle. Let's do a quick recap on the Japanese beetle. What are these insects?
Well, they're a beetle, an invasive species that came over from Japan a century ago. And anyone who's, less than 100 years old has experienced Japanese beetles if you live in Virginia. It's just kind of this time of year, late June, early July, we just start to see these beetles.
And these emerge from the ground?
Yeah, their immature stage is called a white grub. They feed on roots, big time lawn pest. And once they've fed on the roots, they will pupate, which happened about 2 weeks ago, and then the adults emerge out of the soil.
Now, we've had a stretch of dry. We're in drought conditions, hot conditions. It's been impactful on us. Do the climate conditions impact these insects, these beetles?
Yeah, it's a great question. One, it probably didn't impact these adults from emerging this June, even though we had a drought. How it will impact them is right now they are mating and they're going to be laying eggs. If the drought continues, then it could really hurt them because those eggs are very susceptible to dry conditions. They're little tiny larvae that are going to hatch. Those are very, very susceptible. So if we have a drought into the next couple of weeks, it'll really impact next year's Japanese beetles.
So that can be one benefit of the dry conditions anyway.
That's one benefit, yeah.
So how do we control these? We've gone out, you mentioned in our previous conversation that we can find these on roses, cherry trees, and the like. How do we control them? I know one gardener, she actually just really loves going through her garden and just picking all the bugs that are on her plants. Is that one way, or are there so many of them we need to have a broader way to control them?
I mean, that'll make you feel better, is getting them out of there. What you'll see if you Google it on the internet, or if you go to your lawn care store, you're going to see three strategies. One, you'll see the Japanese beetle bag, which here's one.
Is that this guy here?
One of them, yeah. That's so there's actually several of these that are out there. So it actually says on here, draws Japanese beetles into a trap and keeps them away from valuable ornamentals, flowers, and shrubs. The first part of that is very true. You can fill this bag up in one day.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, it's got a very powerful lure, which has a couple floral components, eugenol, geraniol, but then it also has the aggregation pheromone of the Japanese beetle. Japanolore, it's called. Yeah. Those three draw in beetles it's very powerful. The second part of what was said on there is it'll keep them off your plants is probably not true.
Now, in the last couple of decades, we have begun to learn a little bit more about pheromones as stink bugs have been attacking us. So and the stink bugs are attractive, they go, they find a place, they leave pheromones behind. Next year, they're back again in that same spot. So do these kind of beetles do the same thing since you mentioned pheromones? Yeah,
it's a different pheromone, very specific to this beetle. Their antennae is how they use to smell, and they pick up on one molecule of that pheromone. They come right in. It is so powerful that why it doesn't work in your garden is, you're catching a lot of beetles, but you're also drawing them in from all over. Yeah. And they come into your yard, and some will come into the vicinity and say, someone was drawing me here. Oh, but wait, there's a rose bush. And so it's probably going to work against you to put this beetle bag out.
Well, in a way, then let's kind of hope that the drought goes on just a couple more weeks, so that can help eradicate some of the young ones.
For next year.
Yeah, next year, yeah. Tom, thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate your expertise and traveling to our studios. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah. Yep. And that's all the dirt and all the insects. You can find more at WFXRTV.com. We'll be right back.